we just personally don't think that, quite frankly, anyone should be talking to their exes.
What is first, our marriage or our kids? And this one's a little, people are gonna get mad about this.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Hey guys!
What's up?
So today, we're gonna be talking to you guys about our relationship boundaries.
Top 10.
Yes, these are, well, I wouldn't say top 10.
Well, just 10 of them?
I would just say 10 of our relationship boundaries.
Yeah.
Within our marriage.
And within our relationship. I mean, most of these started in the beginning, but...
Yeah, so we've been together for 9 years.
Oh my gosh, 9 years. Almost 10 years!
I know.
Oh, high school sweethearts. So we've kind of been through the ringer.
Yeah, so like in high school, when we very first started dating, there was a lot of fights that we had. Just to be quite honest, we fought a lot in the beginning of our relationship. But that's how we came up with these boundaries for our own relationship, because they came from fights, and then we're like,
arguments,
okay,
disagreements.
Next time, this is like our boundary with that. Like, don't do that anymore. And
we kind of come to like a compromise or like an understanding. That's something that's so special about our relationship, is I feel like we always talk things out. Like, we legitimately talk. Every time we have a fight, I feel like we legitimately talk through our fight.
Yeah, and then we figure it out for like moving forward from there.
Yeah.
So these are 10 of our relationship boundaries. We've had, I would say, a very successful marriage.
I would say so.
Not to float our own boat or toot our own horn.
Wait, oh yeah. I was gonna go toot toot.
Not to toot our own horn.
Toot toot.
But
it's been pretty smooth, honestly.
Our marriage is strong. Let's just say that. And we've been together for 9 years. I know that
going on 10, almost 10.
I know that we have a lot more years to come and a lot more to learn still.
Yep.
But if we could help you guys with your relationship, maybe, you know, something that you could seek our advice on one of these topics.
Maybe something you're struggling with, and that we can just, from our mishaps and miscommunication and our new boundaries, maybe it will help you all with your relationship.
Here we go.
Do you want to start? I'll start about this one. I think this is a little fun.
Go ahead.
So one thing that we do, an expectation that we have, or a boundary, is in our relationship, we do not hang out, talk to, befriend, or anything to do with our exes.
Right. We're not friends with our exes on Facebook.
We don't have them on Snapchat.
We do not have their phone numbers.
We don't have them on Instagram.
We
don't talk to them.
Yeah, we don't talk to them.
We don't check in on them.
Obviously, if you see them in person, because we
run.
are from a small town, and that happens.
You dodge, dip, and duck.
If they said something to you, like, I think you'd be cordial.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't be rude. I'm never rude to people. I'll just be like, oh, hey.
But, like, don't go out of your way to talk to them.
Oh, absolutely not.
If they ask you how you are, you're like, good. That's it.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, yeah, I'm good. I had a new baby.
Yeah.
Like, no.
How are you? How's life? Let's just kind of kick it.
No, they don't need to know.
Are you
all that
available
stuff.
next Tuesday for lunch?
It's just like, good, and then move on. We just personally don't think that, quite frankly, anyone should be talking to their exes.
No. You
shouldn't be friends with your exes when we watch like Love is Blind, or you know, any of those like relationship shows on TV, and they're like, well, can we still be friends? No. That's not a thing.
Probably shouldn't. Your
future husband or wife is not going to want you to be friends with your exes. No. It's not cool. You shouldn't be thinking about your exes.
The reason that I am so passionate, I agree with you 100% by the way, but the reason that I'm passionate about this is because I don't really think that two people ever fully get over it. There's always going to be someone that
I'm over it.
Well,
but if you keep it like
if you keep it fresh, that's what I'm saying. If you keep hanging out with the person or talking to the person, you're going to think about like, oh well, this person,
or
what
like,
we had,
look where they're at now,
or they've changed so much, you know. That they haven't.
You just don't need to
move on.
Yeah, the
ship has sailed.
So just brief this is like one of the boundaries that we do slip up on. We're not perfect in these that we're saying, but this is what we strive for within our marriage. So this rule is that we have a no scrolling rule. So like when we hang out together, we never are just sitting there like on the couch scrolling through social media, like not paying attention to each other. Yeah. Or anything like that. So like we
aren't on Instagram, we're not watching TikToks. Especially like when we're out to eat, like we do not do that.
No.
I hate when I go out to restaurants and someone's on a date or with their significant other, or just spending time with people and they're just on their phone. It is so rude.
It's rude. And that's quality time that you could be spending in building your relationship together. And that's basically, in my mind, just choosing them or like whoever you're looking into on social media, or choosing your phone over your spouse.
That's a pro tip.
I think
that's a pro tip.
I also do this with our kids.
Yeah.
If like Crew's in the room with me, I really try not to be just scrolling on my phone.
Yeah, and like when I'm with my friends and family too. Same thing. Like,
like if you're
my grandparents or my mom and dad.
This goes for anybody, not just your
that's just
husband
a
or wife.
pro tip. Get off your phone.
Okay.
That was my tea.
This one was mine, Josh.
So full of it.
Okay, you go ahead.
All right. Something that we've always talked about is we always play those scenario games. The what would you do if it was me or our kid? Like what would you choose? And
like if they were to die?
No, yeah, we don't have to talk about that. But on a serious note, we always have this conversation of like what is first, our marriage or our kids? And one thing that's really special to us that we put first is our marriage. We put our marriage over our children, our relationship with our kids, because we believe, and I mean I know that we talk a lot about this, but I personally believe, and Sienna believes, that our marriage should be number one.
Yeah. Yep. It should be God number one.
Yeah.
2, marriage. 3 kids.
Children.
And so that's what we believe, because you have to put your marriage over your kids, because a good marriage is going to make your kids happier and healthier for the
and it's going to help
family.
them when they look for a partner. They're going to look for the qualities of a good marriage instead of the qualities of bad
and by
marriage.
this we mean like when they're in high school and like, you know, Cove is like my friend or whatever, and she's like, you know,
when Cove is your friend?
Yeah, she's gonna be my friend.
Oh, okay. She's
but
a
like,
cool mom.
but like, I'm never gonna be like, oh yeah, let's just like never tell your dad this.
Yeah, we don't.
Like, you're my best, you're my number one, blah 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 blah. No, it's always Josh and I are a team first off, and then we make the decisions about our children. It's never, you know, the kids are gonna be running the show with another parent and like, you know, trampling over the other.
Yeah, it's never gonna. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a thing.
No.
And like I think that this kind of leads into point number, like another one of the.
Yeah.
I think, and we should talk about that now.
Okay.
Is we have this thing called spousal privilege. So, if you're my friend or my family member or my kids someday, don't tell me something that you don't want Sienna to know.
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her everything.
Everything.
So anytime someone's like, hey, don't tell Sienna this. Well, then don't tell me. Because I'm going to tell her.
Exactly. It's a no-brainer. That's our rule. We tell each other everything.
So.
Yeah, so like when our kids are, if like Crew did something bad.
Yeah, if Crew like, so like Crew snuck in, right? Or he was smoking or he was drinking or something like that. And he's like, don't tell mom. I'm gonna tell your freaking mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we said that we were gonna make, I mean, obviously we don't have teenagers yet, so we don't know for sure. But like we always say that like if that happens and Crew's like, don't tell mom, you'd be like, okay, well, or if he's like, I want to tell her myself, you have 24 hours. And if you don't tell her by then, I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah.
So that's our rule.
And just so you know, I'm marking that in my phone, kid. So if you're watching this like 10 years from now, I'm marking that in my phone. You've got 24 hours from the moment you tell me. It's a stopwatch, baby.
Okay, so
this one's a little, people are gonna get mad about this.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
We do not have friends of the opposite gender.
So let's explain what that means.
Yes.
That doesn't. Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, I have a few best friends, right? They're girls. If I had a best friend that was a guy, like, that's just not okay. Also, like, Josh, like, talks to people at work.
Oh yeah. So that's what I wanted to say is that
you have coworkers.
I have coworkers that I like that are female. They're fine. But I'm not going to lunch with them. I'm not hanging out with them alone. Yeah. That's the thing. Yes. We can go out with people
in a group setting of coworkers.
It's fine. It's
fine.
Let's
say that's fine. But it's not like if one of your coworkers was like, hey,
Cassidy.
Josh.
Yeah, so if Cassidy.
Is this the same lady from the other video?
Yeah, Cassidy.
Okay, so like let's say Cassidy invites you to be like, hey Josh, do you want to go to lunch with me today? And let's just say it's at work.
Yeah.
At Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can ride with me. No. That's not a thing.
Sorry, Cassidy.
So that's what we mean by that. Like, we don't hang out with people of the opposite gender one-on-one. You don't text the opposite gender one-on-one like saying, hey, how are you today?
Yeah.
What's up with your life today?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good. And then you text all day. No.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No. We don't talk to them about like emotional stuff.
Yeah, so like my coworkers that are female, that I am friends with or get along with really well, I'm not gonna go to work and be like, oh my gosh, Cassidy, let's go to my office alone and let's just talk about, I'm having some issues with Sienna. She's been acting all wild and stuff, and I want to confide in you, Cassidy. I need a girl's
opinion.
I just need your opinion, Cassidy.
Obviously, if you need like someone else's opinion, your wife is gonna be the best person to ask. Like, don't go asking another girl. She's not your wife. Even if it's her best friend, don't do it. They're not the same person. Cool. Cheers!
Cheers!
Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and like this video.
Right now, do it! We don't watch porn. Okay.
We posted a reel about this one.
Yeah. It said,
it was, the audio was like, say something that you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud. And we said that if you're married, you should not be watching porn. And
while we're not telling people that they can't do that, if that's your thing, whatever, but that's just one boundary that we have.
Yeah, and I'm just like saying, like, we've had a successful marriage and this is one rule that we follow in our relationship, and I think it's prevented a lot of bad things.
I think that it's
like damaging things.
I think it's prevented a lot of shaming in our relationship. I think that it's prevented a lot of feelings of like like making us feel, yeah. I feel like it also makes us more connected sexually, because I'm not striving to have something that's not my wife.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just not okay to have lust over another person and to see someone else's body like naked. Like, we just don't, that's a rule of our relationship. Like, the only person Josh should be seeing naked is me. The only person I should be seeing naked is Josh.
I think that by doing that, you're just leading your mind to wander into other things. And I think that, you know, porn is a really slippery slope for, well, I'm watching this woman on my phone and I'm lusting over her, and then I start lusting over my coworkers, then I start lusting over the people at the store, then I start getting on apps, then I start cheating. Like, I see it as a slippery slope type of thing. And like, let's just be real for a second. A lot of people struggle with porn addiction, so you don't want to get to that point in your life too.
Well, I don't think we've done this, but we've seen
this, like, it's super common,
especially when we were in high school.
Yes,
like the immatureness
of high school kids.
We saw this a lot, and we knew, like, okay, well, we should never do that.
Yeah, we've seen this on Married at First Sight. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I think that if I ever did it, I would have been like, ugh, I'm mad.
So,
you know what I mean?
What we're talking about is talking bad about your significant other on social media.
So whether that's creating a TikTok, whether that's creating an Instagram story or a post or a Facebook status, anything
like vague. If like Josh and I were fighting and then I go and post on social media something that says like, you deserve more in your life. Or obviously, he knows that I'm talking about him. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It's not cool. And it's like, you know, especially not cool if I'm like, Josh is really pissing me off today. Don't do that.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Your relationship it's literally, is not, your fights in your relationship is not for other people to...
Yeah. Don't put your laundry, don't put your laundry out there.
No.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that for me personally, because I really care what people think about me, and I know that shouldn't be, but it would really hurt me if you posted out there that I was a bad guy, or like things like that would hurt my feelings, because I don't want people to think that about me just because you're angry.
Yeah.
Because you don't, like, when you're upset at someone, you legitimately probably don't think that they're a bad person, or they're not compassionate, or they're not caring, or they don't love you. Yeah. That's all crap. Like, your person loves you, your person wants, most of the time. Yeah. But don't put it out there.
What was this one again?
We don't fight dirty.
Oh yeah, we don't fight dirty.
Fighting dirty is wrong, y'all.
By fighting dirty, we don't call each other names.
We don't cuss at each other.
We don't cuss at each other. We don't throw out the divorce word.
Yeah.
We don't do it.
It's just not cool. It's not gonna help your relationship at all. It's literally, go ahead.
Sorry. And we have done this before.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I think we both have thrown out divorce.
I think I have once.
Yes, I think you have.
Someone else has.
That is so rude. I can't believe she did that to us. And that's because she did it, we had to create this expectation because she said it one time, and it was very hurtful.
Anyway.
And we don't cuss at each other. We don't call each other names. We don't call each other names.
No, we don't. We are really good about that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Cussing, Josh slips up on a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
I don't cuss.
But I'm not cussing, like, that, really important to know. I'm not cussing, like, saying, oh, Sienna, you fucking, so, ba, ba, ba. Like, we don't say that. But I say cuss words. I'm not calling you names. I'm not cussing at you. I cuss when I get upset.
Yeah, but we try not to do that. Right?
Yeah, we try not to do that at all.
Yeah,
like, we don't want to cuss at all, but I definitely never cuss. You
cuss a lot. You don't never try to cuss.
When we fight? When we fight, yes. I try not to cuss. I'm just
I thought
kidding.
you were talking about in general.
No, I cuss. Yeah, I say bad words. I don't say it as often. I don't say it that much anymore. In front of our kids, I don't cuss that much.
We don't cuss in front of our kids.
Okay, I don't cuss when I yell at you. Oh my gosh, I sound so bad. I don't cuss in front of our kids. I don't cuss when we fight. I don't cuss at the dogs anymore. I only cuss when there's a wasp.
Anyway.
Don't fight dirty is what we're saying.
Don't fight dirty.
Don't be disrespectful. Don't say things that you're gonna regret, because it does take a lot to come back from that. Yeah. And words really do build up. One problem that we had in the beginning of our relationship was, and like this has honestly kind of been into our relationship a little bit more, is I would be like, that's so annoying that you believe that, or that's so.
In the beginning, we just had that fight last night.
I know, but this is another thing we're getting through, and I'm just being honest, being real, is that like I will say like that is annoying, like the fact that you said that's annoying.
Yeah, you say. Yeah, the fact
I can't believe that you would say that. That is so annoying, and you're like, oh, so you think I'm annoying? Yeah. So like even that,
I told Josh that it really hurts my feelings when he says annoying.
So now we don't weaponize those things. We try not to weaponize things. If one of us says like, hey, this hurts my feelings, we really try not to do those things.
Right.
And then that's fighting dirty as well. So it's not just cussing, it's not just being a jerk. It's if someone tells you in your relationship that what you're doing is hurting me, then you should try not to do it again. It's wrong.
Another thing
really wrong.
is if you're a girl, you should never, not once, make a joke or use this as fighting dirty, any type of comments about the size of your guys. That's not cool. Just don't do it. It's never gonna be good. It's never
gonna be good?
It's never.
Oh, so it's not good. Now all of YouTube knows.
It's just going to
it's
wrong.
Crappy.
You shouldn't do
that. Don't do that.
Oh, that was it. Was that 10?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think we kind of combined some of them.
I think so too.
So, Sienna, what is like the biggest piece of relationship advice that you got? Like if you could pick one thing.
If I could pick one things?
One thing. Like what is the most out of all those things?
The most important?
The most important in your opinion.
I think the most important is to put your marriage over your kids.
Yeah.
Or prioritize your marriage. God, marriage, kids. I think that's most important, because when you prioritize your marriage, that kind of includes all of it.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, but if I had to pick a second one, I would definitely say the exes. Yeah. Now, call me insecure, call me controlling, whatever you want to do. I don't care. That's just a boundary that we have. We don't talk to our exes.
Well, I think everyone should have that boundary personally.
We haven't been in a situation where one of us have cheated. No. We just don't think that is something that you should do in a relationship. No. We don't think it's healthy. I've seen too many of my friends slip into that situation where they had an ex and they started thinking about them and stuff like that. It's not cool. Don't put yourself in that situation. I'm not going to name drop anyone, but it's happened. Freaking idiots. Just kidding.
They're gonna know.
I know.
Because you only have a few friends.
I know. We'll have to.
Oh, we need to go get gas.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's close it off for real.
Okay, let's close it off.
Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming and watching this video. If it's your first time, welcome to the channel.
Yes.
And please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Check back in with us. Follow us on Instagram. Our handles are in our description. And do us a favor, if you've got one piece of relationship advice that you want to throw in there that you hold true in your marriage, your relationship. Throw it in the comment section. What's one boundary that you all have?
Yeah, and that way we can get ideas from other people too. It's always good to learn from others. So, all right, guys. See you next time.
See ya.